Hello, everyone. Welcome into another day of post-show headlines. I'm Andrew Salciunas with the great John Kincade.
Also known as Men in Boots.
Yeah, my boots look a little bit more beat up than yours.
Yeah, these are from I did a Caterpillar endorsement in Atlanta, and these came out of the box like last year. I hadn't worn them.
You really look like you've worked hard on them.
Yeah, I haven't done a manual day's labor in my life. Look at these hands. They're like a baby's backside.
They look nice. Mine are all cracked and
See, that's because you've done some stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I'm a man, damn it.
Yeah, sure you are.
5 questions or 5 topics, 2 minutes each. We discuss them. Number 1, and I'm very interested to get your answer on this.
All right.
As long as the Eagles keep on winning,
yes,
can you yourself, John Kincade, deal with antics from Nick Sirianni and deal with sometimes the comments by Jalen where we're going, what does he mean by that when it comes to Sirianni? Because we point him out, we do it for a living, obviously. But if Sirianni's a little chesty again next year.
If Sirianni's chesty and not engaging like in fights in the stands,
well, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
But like the mugging at the camera?
No, I don't want that. He didn't do that. He didn't do that this year. So I think he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
I think he understands now that he's not popular with his peers. And the thing is, now that he's a Super Bowl winning coach, hate his guts was the term used. The only thing I will not tolerate is if Jalen and him get back into the backslide into the passive aggressive stuff. And by the way, that was all Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Sirianni always had Jalen's back publicly. He never took any little subtle shots at Nick. If that starts to backslide, I'll be pissed, but it won't be on Nick Sirianni because he didn't do it before. It would be on Jalen. What about you?
Look, if my thing with Sirianni, I never was upset by the celebrating that he would do on the sideline. Like he's celebrating with his team. I love it. Like I'm okay with it. But yeah, I mean, like obviously they turned the course when the kids stopped coming to the podium and everything. It seemed like they ran more of a business-like feel. And did it not feel like a business-like trip to the Super Bowl?
Certainly did.
So maybe, you let some things slide because he's a Super Bowl champion and a very accomplished
Well, now he gets a wider berth.
Yes, exactly.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls, too.
That's right.
You got to look at it that way.
All right, you said you have 2 questions, so you give us question 2.
Okay, first one. Did you see Adele stealing the T-shirts?
I heard about it on the Mike
Adele
show.
Adele stealing the T-shirts at the Super Bowl, okay?
No, not the Super Bowl.
I mean, not Super Bowl.
At the Mavs or the Lakers first game with Luka, where Luka doesn't even play, by the way.
Okay, what I'm going to say is you get to get sticky fingers at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Nobody's going to find out. You could have a piece of memorabilia from the Super Bowl.
The Lombardi Trophy.
No, and the Lombardi Trophy's taken. It's something you could take that you could then have, and nobody's going to know you took it.
I would find some sort of banner for Super Bowl 59 because the one thing I wanted to buy when we were in New Orleans was a quarter zip that didn't even have the Eagles logo. I just wanted Super Bowl 59. Now, this was before the game.
Sure.
Even though I felt comfortable that the Eagles were going to win, I just wanted something to document we did Radio Row. It was my first ever Radio Row. I was in the city of the Super Bowl. It was my favorite team. So I would try to find some sort of Super Bowl 59 banner that I could then put up on my wall. So I could look at it all the time and remember the fun we had before the game and then obviously the fun that happened during the game.
Okay, here's where you don't do the show before the show, kids.
Okay.
That's exactly mine.
Ew.
Here's the thing, though, is you remember, I don't know if you even remember them, in the quarter, the banners of Super Bowl 59 that they had hanging from
I saw them,
I want one of those. And in fact, I'm already looking on the internet for one. That's what I want. And then I want to put it in a frame
that'd be cool.
And have it in the house. Have it down in the Kincade. So I am looking for that. But it is one of those banners from the streets of New Orleans.
Look at us.
See that amazing?
Look at us on the same page.
We think alike.
I think about, remember Jamie Moyer digging up the mound when the Phillies won the World Series? That was freaking awesome.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. All right, question number 3. So our own Haley, Taylor Simon.
Yes, she did.
She went to the Super Bowl, and she showed us pictures this morning, video.
She's still beaming
from it. And I said to her, this is a moment, and she went with her parents and her brother, that she can remember till the day she dies. The rest of her life, she can remember that she was at Super Bowl 59. Her favorite team won the Super Bowl. That is a memory that nobody can ever take away from her. I had the time of my life in South Philly the other night with two of my best friends watching the game. You were by yourself?
By myself.
In the Kincade.
And it's funny, it's both Super Bowls that the Eagles have won. The first one, I hosted the Super Bowl party at the Bellagio.
Right.
I was with nobody that I was friends with or family. I was there hosting a party of bigwigs. Now, when I had booked that gig, I had no idea the Eagles would be in the game.
Right, this had happened.
So it was already booked. Yeah. Like, it was booked months in advance.
Right.
So to me, I wasn't with anybody. I know this from now on, I'll never be amongst anybody.
So you want to be by yourself?
From now on, it'll never be touched again.
Wow, okay.
And the thing is, I got with people afterwards and I was with one of my good friends afterwards. But to me, no, I've got a new tradition. I have to be by myself now.
See, I would love to go to a Super Bowl one day, but I want to be with my people.
Well, the thing is,
now she was with her parents and her brother, so that's her people. But I'm talking about my friends. If I could be with my dad,
if you and your dad could go to a Super Bowl, you'd be stupid not to do it,
right?
Because nothing would be more important. I'd love to be able to have the kind of FU cash to say, "Hey, Doc,"
which we don't have.
Doc, meet me at the airport. We're going to the Super Bowl, and we're going to the game together with my brother. I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I would love that.
All right, go ahead. You get question 4 here. Captain.
Okay, did you realize the Salciunases are getting a dog? Another dog.
Another dog?
They're getting another dog. In honor of Super Bowl 59, everyone in our listening audience, you're all going to adopt a dog or get a dog. You got to tell me what kind of dog it is, and then you have to name it. Because I have a dog named after a Super Bowl MVP in Nick Foles. We have Nikki Foles. She's a girl, so she's Nikki. But Nikki Foles Kincade exists even on her AKC paperwork. So I ask you, you're getting a dog to celebrate the Super Bowl championship. What kind of dog is it, and what's the name?
So it would be another lab.
Okay.
Because my childhood dog growing up was a lab. My dog now is a lab pit mix.
How old?
She's 6.
Okay, she's 6. So they'd still have plenty of great years together.
Trust me, she's still running around like she's 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be something.
And you got to name it. Like, look, we named our dog. I wanted to name her Foles, and then we went with Nikki.
Well, so it is scientifically proven that if you have a name that ends in that E sound, it makes them happier because then you can.
Nikki.
I didn't realize. Wow, I've learned this. Yeah,
Nikki.
So that's why our dog's name is Lilia, but we call her Lily.
Okay, right.
She gets excited when she hears that. So it would have to be something.
But you have to have. It has to be a name that acknowledges the Super Bowl.
I can't go.
This is a hard one
because
you can't go Cooper.
I already got Cooper as my son.
You could go DeJean. You could.
How about is Bonnie weird? Bonnie.
Or
Zach Baun.
If you get a dog, Baun.
Yeah, and then I could call him.
You could call it Baun.
Bonnie.
See, now I would get another. We'd get another Shih Tzu because this dog is the smartest dog, greatest dog. We love Nikki Foles. I would get a Shih Tzu and I would name it Carter.
Oh, that's a good dog. Good dog name. Yeah.
Carter, but that would be great. But I don't know if that could be a girl's name, though. That's the only problem. And we wouldn't name it Cooper because you have a son,
you
Cooper.
Can't do that.
You
can't do that. All right, last one. My Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, my God.
Heartbreaking. I will ask this question. We've been saying this for weeks now. Man, the Sixers are lucky that the Eagles are having this success, right?
Mm-hmm. It's about to end.
You and I talked about this morning. There's only, 28 games left?
29 games left.
29 games left. They're a game and a half out of the final play-in seed. Do they even get heat? My question I wrote down is how much heat is now on the Sixers now that the Eagles, we'll get through parade week. I'm sure there'll be a hangover week next week.
Then we get pitchers and catchers of their reporting, so we're going to start to get a little bit of excitement. Remember, the Phillies play in March.
Right, so there's Phillies excitement.
Which is crazy.
But the games that we will be watching are Sixers-Flyers. Flyers still in a rebuild. Sixers were supposed to be a team that you had expectations for. But do they even get the heat? Has apathy officially set in where now that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, people are going to be like, what do I care?
I think it's going to be AA, much like their lineup. I think it's going to be apathy with anger. I think the two will be in. I think it's going to be targeted at Joel Embiid, and I think it's going to be targeted at Daryl Morey. And if Daryl Morey, who on the station last week was saying they're going for it, to try to make the play-in tournament, I'm honestly embarrassed a bit for them because it's not the thing to do. If you get a top 6 draft pick, it's yours. If they get the 7th pick in the draft, it's taken from them.
Yeah.
They got to finish with the top 6 draft pick. I think there's going to be heat. And by the way, if they bust their asses to make this stupid play-in tournament, I think they will deserve 10 times the heat that they're going to get.
See, you still have energy. That's good. Now, here's the thing.
No, that's the truth because I care.
Yeah.
At least I care.
So yesterday we talked about this on the air that Embiid basically is telling people he's going to need another surgery and more recovery time, which he didn't do at the Olympics. So my question is, why wouldn't you just do it now?
You should do it now.
So that you're ready for next year.
No, the Sixers, remember, they're very twisted that they put out here's our playoff streak. Making the playoffs in the NBA is nothing.
Yeah.
You can make it with an under 500 record.
Right,
it means nothing. To pump your chest and to be like, yeah, look at our made the playoff streak. That's ridiculous, especially when you haven't made it out of the second round in forever. So please stop with that. And I wish they would fold the tents for the rest of this year, regroup, and get people healthy. And that includes Paul George, by the way, who right now looks like a beaten-up Camaro.
Yep, we were not in favor of the signing, Johnny, you and I. And
it looks like we were right.
Here we are.
And we're not always right. And we tell you when we're not.
But we're usually right.
We're usually right.
That'll do it for Post Show Headlines. Like, subscribe, everything that's going on in this YouTube page.
We appreciate you.
And 2 days away from Parade Day, Cambria. Cam Newton.
The Cambria
Hotel, 219 South Broad Street. So if you're in the area,
remember like Cam, but say like Cam. Cambria Hotel.
Cambria.
Cambria.
We'll be there on Friday.
See you then.
First, tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock, back at it. Talk to you tomorrow. Hey guys, Andrew Salciunas from Kincade And Salciunas. Thank you for checking out all of our stuff on YouTube. Make sure you click, like, subscribe on everything that you see. And of course, you can see everything from our YouTube feed. Full shows, interviews, when John's being an idiot, which is like 15 times a day. So make sure you check out all of our stuff on YouTube. We appreciate it.